Hello friends of Ruby Lane Dolls. We have a treat for you today. We know that you like to see interesting and unique dolls, so we wanted to educate you and tell you a little bit about Huret dolls. So it's pronounced Huret and spelled H-U-R-E-T. And Huret is best known for being one of the first French companies, along with Rohmer, to produce fashion dolls. These first poupees were produced in the 1850s. A man named Maison Huret was one of the most exclusive makers of French fashion dolls and costumes and accessories. In fact, the creations of Adelaide Huret are so highly thought of by collectors today that Huret dolls and items are very expensive. Dolls marked Huret can easily cost over $15,000, and accessories marked Huret can top over $1,000. So these two dolls are really fun examples, and we're going to get a little bit closer here. But at the turn of the 20th century, the art doll movement had great influence on the European doll market. In 1905, 30-year-old Eliza Prevost bought what remained of the famous Huret company, and she brought it back to life. She moved the business to the address impressed on the body of this doll, which is the jester that you see. Mademoiselle Prevost, with her interest in art, music, and fashion, modeled her dolls with somewhat austere, androgynous features, perfectly symbolizing their era. The redesigned wood bodies had sophisticated, nearly invisible articulation, often with metal hands. And although we still call them dolls, the purpose of the Prevost Huret was decorative. It wasn't for children's play. So as we get a little bit closer, you can see that this is an art doll. So this wasn't for children's play. This is what somebody would purchase to have on display in their salon or in their store. He almost looks sad, which is why he's so wonderful. The face is just incredible. He has very elongated features. He has kind of sad eyes. This is all his original painting, and so he's around circa 1905. So for the Huret company, he's actually a little bit later. That's his original skin wig. Goes like that. And these antique clothes, do you see how they're kind of shredded a little bit? That happens a lot with antique clothes, especially original antique clothes. But it's much better to have the original clothes, even if they're shredded and a little bit fragile, than to have newly replaced clothes. So that's the jester. That's the art doll. And then here's an example of a Huret bébé. So you can tell that they're definitely from the same manufacturer. They have the painted features. You can just tell they almost look like brother and sister, even though they're not. But this is the Huret look. And they should have these kid skin wigs. Heavy eyeliner, brush-stroked eyebrows. This one has a smiling face. She's a bébé, and she has a swivel head, which is actually pretty rare for these dolls. So her head actually, so we can actually take her wig off and you can see the swivel head. Swivels up and down and side to side. And the jester's actually very cool because he has a fully articulated swivel body. So he can sit, stand, turn, move, do anything that a jester would do. So he was made to be able to reposition a lot. He even has jointed wrists. So this doll is circa 1905 again, maybe 1910, possibly. They are actually later examples for the Huret company, but they are a treat to see. And if you go on rubylane.com and type in Huret, you will find Hurets for sale, and you will also find Huret accessories and all kinds of wonderful French dolls and accessories along with the Huret. So we hope you enjoy seeing this. Share if you love it. And go to rubylane.com/dolls or just rubylane.com and click the dolls tab. And we've had hundreds of dolls added to the doll lane just this week.